Okay, I thought I'd say here, open it with it's planting season. Even those of us who don't have a yard, you can still grow stuff in pots. You can still do an arrow garden, whatever. There's really no reason why you can't do that. In arrow gardens, you can buy a used one for like $50, and you can still grow lettuce and tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. So you can still have lettuce and tomatoes. And some things you can grow on the windowsill. It's not impossible. So everybody has the opportunity to have fresh stuff. See, even I still do it, and I don't have much space, but somehow I make it work. And I've got lettuce, and I think even spinach growing in an arrow garden, and the tomato plants are doing really good. So, and it's just uh, aeration with plant liquid plant food, and then the LED light, obviously, which helps uh, the plant grow. Without the light, it won't grow. So it does fine, and I've grown it before, and it comes out totally fine. So that's as close as I'm going to get to planting. But you got to accept what you have because that's what you get. Because God gives you what you need, not what you want. Can't always get everything you want, right? So, and some things aren't what you think they are. Uh, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Some things that we buy, like it looks like a really great thing, and it turns out to be crap. Like I bought these glasses I thought were oh, it's like you don't need your prescriptions anymore. You could just buy these glasses and they're plastic, right? And they go you could adjust them to any prescription you want and it'll work. And it's like it was total garbage and it's totally a gimmick and it usually comes on during videos on YouTube or whatever. They'll put these ads up and they're just total gimmicks. Like they have this one thing, it's a food slicer and it makes like slice makes you where you can slice like French fries or you can slice lemons really fast or whatever, and it's like that thing is probably gonna break real easy, and it turns dull probably really fast. So it's just a lot of it's gimmicks, and people buy into it. It's how these companies get rich because people buy into the commercial, and it turns out it's not what they thought it was. You know what I mean? It's a lot of gimmicks. So I try not to get drawn into that because I go, oh, that looks like a great solution to this problem I have. And then you go buy it and it's just junk. Kind of, it's probably better in some ways to stick with the classics. Like they have this one thing. It's like, oh, if you don't have a bar inside your bathroom, your bathtub or whatever, the bar you hold on to, so to get in and out of the tub or whatever. And it's like this thing is like a suction cup thing, and it's like a handle, and it's like, nah, that thing is probably not really good. So you just have to deal with not having one, and it's fine. So I don't have one. So you just have to struggle to get it out of the bathtub if you take a bath and you're partially disabled and you don't trust these gimmicks that are junk. Don't buy them because most of the time they're junk anyway, and you end up throwing it away or it ends up in the closet and you end up getting rid of it with a bunch of other stuff. It's a total loss, right? It looks like something you got out of a secondhand store. Now, I'm not knocking secondhand stores, but a lot of stuff that people buy that was junk, they end up donating it because it's just a gimmick and people bought into it and then they ended up getting scammed. It is kind of a scam in a way, partial false advertisement. So it's kind of like that movie Josie Wales, where that guy was just selling a serum that could fix anything, and Josie like spit the tobacco on his jacket, and he goes, "How good does it work on stains?" Because the guy was saying, "Oh, it'll cure anything and fix anything." So it's all just snake oil. Some of it's snake oil. So you can't get pulled into that stuff. But that's how these companies get hella rich, is by convincing people to buy this junk. It's just like the snake oil salesman on the movie Josie Wales. And here's Twitter. I thought I'd put it on this other channel because I haven't used it in a while. So I thought I'd try this channel for tonight. which is fine. So there's that. Let's see if there's anything interesting on here. Eh, that's so funny. Why is a woman wearing gloves so you could try toilet paper? I must be in a Costco. And she's like, I want you to sample this toilet paper. It's like, what do you want me to do with it? How do you sample toilet paper? And then why are you giving me some toilet paper with gloves on? So funny. How are we supposed to sample this? And why is she wearing gloves? Sample toilet paper. So funny. Because Costco, they have all these tables for sampling stuff. I've been at Costco in years. Can't afford it. Powerful American Stories ripped to shreds by Nancy Pelosi. The Tuskegee Airmen. Military family reunions. Sean Hannity. New York City crime hearing revealed the ugly truth about House DMs. Oh, the guy that played Superman, Dean Cain, who's was making fun of that Bud Light woman or man, whatever it was. Mm-hmm.
It's wrong to say that it's mayhem. There are a few that came with different intentions, and and they will be dealt with. But I'm not going to use your language, which I think is wrong, to say that it's mayhem. There are a few.
Trump tells top RNC donors the old GOP is not coming back. Darien Gap, Panama. Millions without a dime in their pockets are streaming into America's broken economy. There will be war. Panama is being forced to participate as traitors within the U.S. government, intentionally destroy United States. Michael Vaughan said. Yep. Red alert, said Alexander Joseph. Veteran combat reporter Michael Yon covering the Darien Gap. Why is nobody covering this? Invasion-sized population incoming. Millions, literally millions, southern border war. Yeah, there's a woman in Florida that's been reported missing, and they found a body nearby where she lived, and it was burning. A few days later, it was found. So they're suspecting it might be her, but they said the body was burned so bad they can't tell if it was a male or female person. So they'll probably have to do a autopsy. We call it autopsy or something. Figure out who it is or who it was. And it most likely would be her because she's been missing for a while, since the 10th of this month. Major crimes in San Francisco are down 10% this year. Too many progressive prosecutors mean more crime, said Congressman Kevin Kiley. Hey Josie, thanks for coming in. You always watch, huh? I'm just looking at Twitch watch. Just like you, I have to go to work in the morning. Possibly. Today I did a little bit of work, not as much as I did the day before. But I still had to do, I did a deep clean of her room, which means that we moved the furniture and we cleaned behind it and stuff like that, and cleaned the fans and the lights and everything, ceiling lights, and we change everything, like bleach and everything. Everything gets bleached down. You know, just a deep clean, kind of like a spring cleaning. So that's what we're doing now. It's different than cooking. Bronx, New York City, a man attacked an NYPD officer. I guess they have it on film. Because there's all this closed caption TV anyway. Everybody's got cameras. So there's no way you can miss it. Surveillance. Oh. Yeah, New York City is it. It's just a bad place. Probably a homeless guy who's nuts. So who would be that bold, right? To smack a cop like that? Had to be a homeless person. Because they're probably crazy because they closed all the mental institutions. There's an ad here, or advertisement, Oakland A's. Chicago Cubs versus the Oakland A's. The A's lost 10-1. It's life, I guess. Watch protester humiliates Democrat Adam Schiff, calls him a scumbag in viral clip. On Monday morning, the House Judiciary Committee, led by Chairman Congressman Jim Jordan, Republican Ohio, hosted the victims of violent something. Yeah, I wish I could see that video clip. Huh? Oh, Chicago, of course. There's always stuff burning in Chicago. Take all that privilege, right? They get all that privilege. They get all the perks and they still act like children. It's a lost cause. That's why people are segregating, and it's going to get worse. And then there's people that get offended by it, but it's like it's about culture. Oh, Chicago. I feel sorry for all the good people in Chicago. Chicago woman cries while documenting the worst looted Walmart you've ever seen.
Try to buy something because I'm not a thief. Look at this. In my hood, can't even get no food for my kids. Babies need milk. Can't even get nothing for my kids, bro. I feel like an animal, and black people made me feel like an animal. Y'all did this to us. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the store. Look at this. But this is what we're fighting for. This is honoring George Floyd. People who already couldn't feed their kids, now they really can't feed their kids. Look at this. I am so devastated right now. I am so devastated right now, G. This is not okay. For us to have to live like this, we do stupid shit like this all the time, and we so black proud. We so black and proud that we ain't gonna never be honest and be real about what's really going on. Y'all are so wrong for this. You came in your neighborhood and fucked up your shit. I'm not a thief. I'm not coming in this store and stealing nothing. And ain't nobody gonna turn me into no animal or make me feel like a thief. Y'all let them white folks send y'all off once again. Look at all this shit on the floor. Look at all this on the floor. Everything. Everything's on the floor. Tissue. We couldn't even find tissue less than 2 months ago, and now it's on the floor. Look at it. Meanwhile, we got plenty of fruits and vegetables. I'm not finna pick through.
Anomaly. Anomaly, you know who Anomaly is on YouTube. Anomaly, 1. Play God. 2. Declare war on natural food. 3. Mandate synthetic, the pokey poke. Close gyms and fitness facilities. If you do not see who the Democrats are yet, what's taking so long? New York City Mayor Eric Adams declares war on meat and dairy.
It's better for the planet. 1 in every 5 metric tons of carbon dioxide our city emits comes from food. But all food is not created equal. The vast majority of food that is contributing to our emission crisis lies in meat and dairy products. We already know that a plant powered diet is better for your physical and mental health, and I am living proof of that. But the reality is that thanks to this new inventory, we're finding out it is better for the planet. 1 in every 5 metric tons of carbon dioxide our city emits comes from food. But all food is not created equal. The vast majority of food that is contributing to our emission crisis lies in meat and dairy products. We already know that a plant powered diet is better for your physical and mental health, and I am living proof of that. But the reality is that thanks to this new inventory, we're finding out it is better for the planet. 1 in every 5 metric tons of carbon dioxide our city emits comes from food. But all food is not created equal. The vast majority of food that is contributing to our emission crisis lies in meat and dairy products. We already know that a plant powered diet is better for your physical and mental health, and I am living proof of that. But the reality is that thanks to this new inventory, we're finding out it is better for the planet. 1 in every 5 metric tons.
Yeah, that guy's a nut. Elon Musk said 1 hour ago, one store after another shutting down. Andy No said woke out outerwear clothing called Rei, REI, announced it is shutting down its flagship Portland store in the Pearl District following surging crime and public safety issues. The retailer supported BLM during the 2020 riots and established a BIPOC advisory council. Outdoor retailer Rei, REI, closing Seoul Portland store amid rampant theft. The store had its highest number of break-ins and thefts in 2 decades, despite actions to provide extra security. Scenes from Chicago this weekend is only going to get worse. It's stupid looking. Yeah, they're tearing up the city. They tore up their stores and all that. It's like, why do you tear your communities down? It's just stupid. Just wrecking stuff. Oh, that must be when they broke into Walmart and stole stuff. Devastating video of Soros-backed prosecutor Alvin Bragg confirming his political hatred of Trump. Justin J.C. Winter. Christ is risen. What did your news outlet talk about for Easter? This is my new favorite. It is politically neutral. Christ first news source. 2,309 Christians from Twitter signed up in just the last 7 days. Join us. It was about noon, and darkness fell across the whole land until 3 o'clock. The light from the sun was gone, and suddenly the curtain in the sanctuary of the temple was torn down in the middle. Then Jesus shouted, Father, I entrust my spirit into your hands. And with those words, he breathed his last. Luke 23:44 through 46. Looking at weather in Sequoia National Park, California. We haven't had rain in a while. Couple weeks. Been real dry. Yes. 1 hour ago. Senator Kennedy, elect the clown and expect the circus. Our big circus are completely lawless. Our big cities are completely lawless. Senator Kennedy, elect the clown, expect the circus. Senator John Kennedy discusses the teens rioting in Chicago and how many of these children are likely deficient in parental support. Today's still April 17th, but on the other side of the country, it's April 18th, because it's later. On this day in history, April 18th, first self-operated washateria opens in Fort Worth, Texas. On this day, in April 18th, first self-operated washateria opens. It was considered a breakthrough for this time when, on this day in history, April 18th, 1934, the first laundromat, or washateria, was opened in Fort Worth, Texas in 1934. April 18th, 1934. First laundromat, I guess. Well, that's pretty cool. President Trump releases damning video on Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg.
State Attorney General's work and investigation and successful litigation against him and his family. Elect me. Donald Trump. These are people I prosecuted. Cases that are high profile and quite consequential. Some of them involving Trump himself. So leading the team that held accountable Trump and his kids.
One of the things leading into this vote for the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, I know a lot of people are wondering, whoever has this job, are they going to convict Donald Trump?
That is the number one issue. We know he's investigating. I'm the candidate in the race who has the experience with Donald Trump. I was the chief deputy in the Attorney General's office. We sued the Trump administration over 100 times. We had a number of litigations, more than 100 involving the Trump administration. I know how to litigate with him. I also led the team that did the Trump Foundation case. It'd be hard to argue with the fact that that'd be the most important, most high-profile case. And I've seen him up front and seen the lawlessness that he can do. I don't know exactly. I don't know anything more than what's in the public domain. But need someone who's ready on day one.
Florida Congressman Greg Steube endorses Trump over DeSantis. He's the only person who can reverse this disaster. Report. Speaker McCarthy believes he has votes to pass debt ceiling resolution. McCarthy believes he has votes to pass debt ceiling resolution. Speaker Kevin McCarthy outlined a debt ceiling resolution framework with measures to limit spending, save money, and grow the economy. Rio Mac report. Adam Schiff was heckled during House Judiciary Committee hearing. Adam Schiff, the GOP leadership in Congress doing what it's done best in the last 6 years, and that is to act as the criminal counsel for Donald J. Trump. An individual from the audience, you are a scumbag.
Let me tell you this. Donald J. Trump.
Gentlemen, will suspend. So we got order. Gentlemen, will suspend. The audience has to be in order. Capitol Police. Capitol Police. Sir.
It is the GOP leadership in Congress doing what it has done best for the last 6 years, and that is to act as the criminal defense counsel for Donald J. Trump. Well, let me tell you this.
Capitol Police. Gentlemen, will suspend. Capitol Police. Capitol Police will remove the gentleman from the audience.
Let me tell you this.
Gentlemen.
Let me tell you this. Donald J. Trump.
Gentlemen, will suspend. So we got order. Gentlemen, will suspend. The audience has to be in order. Capitol Police. Capitol Police. Sir.
Ninth Circuit tosses out ban on gas stoves. Ninth Circuit tosses out ban on gas stoves. In a ruling Monday, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit tossed out a ban on gas stoves in Berkeley, California. Small miracles here. Okay, I'm going to cut this off. Thanks, Josie, for watching. And anyone else that was here. Appreciate the views.